Tage Pederson is the man with the magic hands.
Healing, kind, humorous.
Fit and fast and tough, and almost killed me.
Caring, compassionate, and very innovative person.
Tage is warm, strong, intelligent, totally necessary.
One of the most ethical, the most concerned for the patient, the best communicators I've ever met. The state of Colorado should be proud that a lot of the ideas that are directed towards treatment of athletic injuries now came from Colorado, and specifically from Tage Pederson. And his understanding of the way muscles work and development of ways to keep the muscle working while the patient was recovering. There was nobody else doing it at the time that he started.
Innovative approach towards conditioning, but also rehabilitation, and was an early proponent of early motion.
First, identify the person you were and match the dry land or the rehabilitation program that you were capable of handling. And he always pushed you a little further than you thought you could go.
I think the state of Colorado was lucky to have Tage spend most of his time here, to set up that clinic in Aspen, and have it be so innovative and helpful to skiers at the highest echelons that people would come from around the world to come and train with him.
Tage was in the right field. I think he had a calling and he had a gift, and he found his niche that of work that he loved, and was able to use that to contribute to individuals and the community. And I just think of his burliness and how strong his arms and his hands were, and how sometimes in museums you see sculptures of beautiful hands, and I would want a sculpture of Tage's.
You know, we all talk about how great and compassionate and ahead of his time Tage was, but in fact he was a little sick. You know, I mean, he had people injured at the start, you know, who could barely walk with their legs, you know, bandaged in the snow and ice packed around it so they could get in the starting gate. I mean, you would look at that and kind of think, you know, come on already, you know, she should be in bed. And so there was something a little twisted about it.
I guess you'd have to assume that my football style of coaching and conditioning was one thing, but then Tage brought a lot of sophistication to the program, and that element really helped us.
With Tage and Dr. Stedman's help, Dr. Stedman with the surgery, and then Tage with the follow-up, it was never a question that I wasn't going to come back.
One thing led to the next. He determined that I didn't have a bad injury, and that with the race coming up, the only thing we could really do is get on this exercise program with Tage's guidance, and between Tage and Dr. Stedman, they kept me going enough to compete in the World Championships downhill.
Athletes don't make it to the top of their sport, like to the Olympics and World Championships, by themselves. And very often in interviews at the finish line, the athletes thank the obvious people, their parents and their coaches. But very few people thank someone like the trainers. But I have to thank Tage specifically, because without Tage in 1970, I don't think I would have won the World Championship gold medal.
To say how proud I am to be with you on this night, and to say how much I think you richly deserve the entry into the Hall of Fame. Your ethics, your moral character, your ideas, all these things are really what the Hall of Fame is made of. So it's a great pleasure to be with you tonight.